Okay, now we're going to talk about our third method for solving systems. It's called elimination method, also known as the linear combinations. Okay, solving for linear combinations. Um, with this section, you're going to have to really put on the headphones and listen. Um, so please make sure you are listening as we go along, because I'm going to talk you through each problem. Um, this method is very useful uh, for when we have both equations in standard form, meaning x and y are on the same side. And make sure you have some headphones in right now. Alright, this is very easy to use in standard form. Which is ax plus by equals c. Okay? Our first example, of course, is already set. So both equations are in standard form. Okay? And with the elimination method, our goal is to eliminate a variable. Okay? If we eliminate a variable, we're going to be able to solve for the other variable. All right, and how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to add the two equations together. Okay, so if we have both equations in standard form, ax plus by equals c, okay, we're going to be able to add them together. And how do we add them? Well, we just add them straight down, just like addition. 8 plus 4 equals 12. Okay, we're going to do that. But what we're looking for is something like this, but with the variables. 8 minus 8 is 0, because 8 would cancel out negative 8. Okay, and that's what we're going to do here. Now with our first example, we have x minus y equals 11 and 2x plus y equals 19. We're going to eliminate the y's because we have a negative y and we have a positive y. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're just going to add straight down everything. Okay, the like terms straight down. So we have x plus 2x, positive x and positive 2x, that's 3x. Alright, we have negative y and positive y. Those are eliminated when we add straight down. And 11 and 19, well, that equals 30. Okay, and all we did was we combined them. We combined the x's, we combined the y's, and we combined the two numbers straight down. Okay, now we have 3x equals 30. We could solve for x. Divide by 3, and we get x equals 10. Alright, so that's our first value. Alright, we have our x value, x equals 10. Okay, now I know this method seems a little confusing to you guys, but it does help, especially when we have both equations in standard form. Okay, now we have x equals 10. What are we going to do? We're going to follow the same methods as the substitution method. We have 10 for x. Alright, so we're going to take one of the equations. I'll take the top one, x minus y equals 11, and I'm going to substitute 10 in for x, and then solve for y. Get rid of the 10, negative y equals 1, so y equals negative 1. Okay, y equals negative 1, so we get our final answer 10, negative 1. and you could always double check to make sure you did it correctly. I'm going to use this equation to double check. 2x plus y equals 19. 2 times 10, because we had x equals 10, plus negative 1, because we had y equals negative 1, equals 19. 20 plus negative 1, or 20 minus 1, equals 19. Yep, 19 equals 19. So we got it correct. 10, negative 1. Next one. Alright. Going to try the same thing. We're going to try to eliminate as we go down. Now don't write this just yet, just watch. If I try to eliminate this, I'm going to add straight down. So 7x and 8x is 15x. 2y and positive 2y is 4y. Okay, so what's our problem? We didn't eliminate either variable. Alright, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to change one of our equations. Okay, either one. Now I have two variables that are very similar, or they're the same thing actually in this case. Positive 2y and positive 2y. If I made one of them a negative 2y, I would be able to eliminate the y's. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a negative 2y. How can I do that? Well, I can multiply everything by negative 1. Okay, because negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. But I would have to do that to everything in my equation. That would be negative 8x, and that would be negative 30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this. 7x plus 2y equals 24. Negative 8x minus 2y equals negative 30. Okay? Changed everything here. And that's okay. This equation that I came up with, negative 8x minus 2y equals negative 30, is still represents the same thing as positive 8x plus 2y equals 30. Okay, so now that my equation's changed, when I go to add straight down, my y's will cancel out. 7x minus 8x is negative 1x, or just negative x. 24 minus 30 is negative 6. Okay, so I have negative 8x equals negative 6, therefore x equals positive 6. So the first part is 6. I need to solve for y. So I'm going to take one of the equations and plug in 6 for x. 7x plus 2y equals 24. I'll choose that one. 7 times 6 plus 2y equals 24. 42 plus 2y equals 24. Subtract 42. So we have 2y on one side and negative 18 over here. 24 minus 42. Divide by 2. Y equals negative 9. Sorry. Alright, so we have our final answer, 6, negative 9. Okay, we can always check it. 8x plus 2y equals 30. 8 times 6 plus 2 times negative 9 equals 30. 8 times 6 is 48. 2 times negative 9 is negative 18. 48 plus negative 18, or 48 minus 18, is 30. And we got it right. Okay, seems like a lot of work. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Okay, just stay with it. Next problem. Alright, what do we do here? I don't have anything that looks similar here. I don't have anything that looks similar here. Okay. What can we do? Well, I could change one of the equations. All right. I look here and I have 5 and 3. I look here and I have y and 6y. Alright, so what I could do is I could change up the x's, okay, but I can't really multiply 3 by anything to get 5, or positive 5. Or I could change up the y's, this y here, to negative 6. And that would be easy. All I have to do is multiply it by negative 6. Okay, so what I'm going to do to this problem is multiply it by negative 6 in order to get this to be negative 6y. Okay, so let's multiply everything by negative 6. So now I have 30x, negative 6 times negative 5 is 30, minus 6y. Negative 6 times y is negative 6y. And then negative 6 times negative 2 is 12. I'm going to rewrite the other equation underneath it so I can add straight down. Negative 6y and 6y, well, they're opposites. They cancel. That's the whole point of multiplying by negative 6. 30 minus 3x is 27x. 12 minus 12 is 0. Alright, so we have 27x equals 0. Divide by 27. Divide by 27. We get x equals 0. Alright, so our first value is 0. Okay, take that value for x. Now we're going to sub it into one of the equations. It doesn't matter which one. We can actually choose the equation we made from multiplying. Okay? Or we could choose this equation or this equation. Doesn't matter. Alright, I'm going to plug it into this equation here. See what happens. Negative 3 times 0, because we plugged in 0 for x, plus 6y equals negative 12. That cancels. 6y equals negative 12. Divide by 6. Divide by 6. Y equals negative 2. Alright, so our answer is 0, negative 2. Okay, and you can check it if you want to. I'm going to continue on to the next video.